Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Big welcome to In the Know with Peter No. I am your coach today. My name is Peter No. And within the next hour, every Wednesday, we're going to go deep into knowing what you should know or what you don't know, but you're going to learn within the next hour. So today, if you're a brand new guest here today, or if you're a brand new partner and you found our call, big kudos to you. We call this the private gym because obviously we use this as a gym time. But over here on this call, especially today, okay, everyone, today, because I'm leaving to Korea tomorrow, I want to kind of just make sure we get some really questions. Like, just we're gonna go deep today with questions. Okay, I'm gonna ask the field, what is it that you really want to know? What are you not understanding yet so far? And maybe your questions is gonna help somebody else with that question, because I think we all have the same questions, but sometimes we're afraid to ask, right? Or maybe no. Or maybe we don't know what to ask. But there's always questions here. So we're going to open up for questions. And then later, I want to talk about, piggyback from last week's conversation about duplication. What does it really duplication mean? Why are we duplicating? And how does the beginning stages of duplication, how does it start? And the reason why I'm starting off with that is because this whole week, we're going in towards the end of January. Oh, today's the last day of January, everyone. We made it. We're alive. Does everybody feel alive? Okay. Okay. Darren is totally alive right now. He's stretching it out. Let me ask a better question. Who here is still on their New Year's goal? Who's still on the same path? Are you still on the path, right? So do you still remember what your goal is, anyways? Okay, so let me refresh your mind for everyone. So this year, my goal is for the business side, okay? My business side is this year I am still developing, okay? My goal is to raise all the leadership, is to focus on my personals, their personals, and their personals, okay? I want to develop all my generations this year. We had a great job for last year. That was one of my goals also. And my goal this year also is to brand the BLD, okay, to really brand the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My personal goal, my that was my business goal. My personal goal this year is to physically work out. Let me repeat that again. My goal this year is to physically work out, because I have not physically been into the gym for a very long time. So I'm like very wishy-washy on that one. There is no 333 on that one. Okay. So that's my personal goal. My family goal, my family goal is to really hang out with my mom more this year. I want to retire her this year. So she's ready to go to retirement now. She's leaving the beauty industry, and that's done. My health goal is I want to make sure I do my detox and really detox myself a lot. Is everybody ready for a detox? I'm talking crazy detox, like parasite detox, the whole protocol patching detox, right? I want to detox myself out. And then my fun goal is I want to travel more this year. And I'm starting out with Korea, right? I've never been to Korea. It's going to be a business and a pleasure trip. Now, why am I sharing these goals with you? Because I want you to have your goals. What are your personal goals? What are your health goals? What are your business goals? Did you all write it down yet this year? How are you so far on that trajectory, right? Is it looking a little bit wishy-washy? Are you getting overwhelmed? Now, the reason why we're going with this is this year we're going to brand the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So as you have more goals, my whole breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or my whole livelihood, like how I train people, is I don't want you to add more things to your life. Let me repeat that again. I do not want you to add more things to your life. I want you to take away things out of your life. So when you start eliminating things in your life, when you start thinking about your goals, for example, if you have a health goal, who here wants to lose more weight? So if you have a health goal, right, and you want to lose weight, what do you have to eliminate in your life? That extra food, that extra alcohol, that extra nighttime eating, right? It's those little things. And then when you start taking away those things, you right? Because during breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that's why it's called breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is so you can be aware of what you're putting in your mouth and what you're putting in your mind during breakfast, right? And your food affects your mind. We all know that, right? So if now we want to take away something, so if I take away the food, what am I going to add now? I got to add a little workout, right? You got to, if you take something bad out, you got to replace it with something good. So this is not really a motivational call, but I'm kind of planning into you what you take and what you take away and what you add. So now in your business, everyone, if you want to focus on your business, right? If you want to focus on your business, what do you need to take away now from that business? And this could get really personal now, everyone. Are you ready? Who here is a hoarder? Who here likes to keep things in the house, in the car, in the garage? Okay, D, Yvonne, thank you for your transparency. Linda, okay, great. Destiny, Karen, right. Now, do we understand that stagnant energy does not create new energy? So if you want to open the door, if you want to open up the door for new things to come, old things have to leave. And again, I'm talking about this today because I'm holding your hands through the first 90 days, right? And this is the first quarter of the year. This is the perfect time to make sure we clean things out and we're still on our own on that goal path. So if you like to keep things, and I hate to say this, I can call out a couple of my friends here, okay? You know who you are. So you gotta clean things out to move things in. I even hate to say this too. Same thing with cheap people. You gotta spend money to bring new money in. Does that make sense, everyone? You heard of that, right? Sometimes you gotta give away money to bring in new money. Sometimes you gotta give away your old clothes, your old shoes, your old books, your old things that don't mean anything. It's not new energy no more to you. Sometimes you got to get rid of old people in your life too. You guys heard of that? Denise is like, that's funny. But it's true. Heck, sometimes you got to get rid of your old family member too. I got rid of a lot of my family members, okay? The reason why is this, everyone. Whatever doesn't make you feel good physically, it means nothing to you anymore. As fast as when you put a patch on into your body and that regenerates new cells and new things, what do you think happens to your environment too, your energy around you? As fast as you get rid of all the things that are stagnant and dead, Watch what new things come up to you. I've learned this from my mom since I was a kid. I've never like I always buy new clothes. I'm pretty spoiled, but I never keep my old clothes. I always give it away. I always give away my shoes that I don't wear. I always give away something. And I've learned that in my young age. Even with money, I don't take my advice from this one, okay? My parents never taught me how to save money. It's the worst thing, and that's why I had to learn the hard way. I spent every dollar I made, pretty much all my life. But my mom taught me if you like something, learn how to earn to get it. So if I like something, and I had good taste when I was young, so I had expensive taste already. So I had to learn how to work harder to buy more expensive things. And I paid it off. I learned how to buy things. Does that make sense? So maybe it helped me elevate maybe to this level at this point. But I'm not giving this advice, financial advice, because mine is wrong. You should save money, but you also have to spend that money too. You can't hoard your money all the way. Does that make sense, everyone? Okay. Watch what happens. And I want everything that you do now from this point on, everything is energy. Just always remember your clothes, your food, the car, your house, everything has to move, everything has to flow. So as you're regenerating yourself, you're regenerating your life. So now, as we're talking about moving things, move your body, move things out of your house, move things out of your new life. And this is the end of January, everyone. So now I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you everything you have to do in February now. We're going into the next month now. So what now can you eliminate in February that will open you up? Now I'm going to share this and then I'll open up for some questions and some if anybody wants to share anything. This last week, has anybody felt like strong energy, like heaviness this week? Carla's like, yeah. Who's felt some? Has anybody had some hard conversations this week? I don't know what it is. I'm not psychic. I'm not thing, but this week, personally, me too. I had to have some really crazy leadership calls. Not with one, not with two, with like 3 or 4 different leaders and groups. And to talk about this, I feel like it's been really heavy. And I know, Andrea, you've been going through some major stuff. I've been watching your Facebook too. So, everyone, just know, okay, the January is the one of the hardest months in the build. There's new energy coming into January. So whenever there's a push, whenever there's pressure, you have to understand that's change. Okay? The more you can handle pressure, the more you can handle change. The more things change, things are growing. Are you with me, everyone? You just gotta go through it together. So when you talk to your leaders, when you talk to your friends, when you talk to, like sometimes, and I'm sharing this with you because I'm going through this. Sometimes when you go through this change, and that's why communication is so important because your voice, I could be talking to Pat Tom right now, right? And then we can hang up on this phone, but then I could be talking to Krista, but I had a crazy conversation with Pat, but that energy went to Krista too. And then Krista and I can have a misunderstanding because if she thinks that my voice or something, you know what I mean? Does everybody understand? I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's a lesson to this. I'm just now, as we're going to January, you have to communicate and we have to love. Yeah, Destiny, we have to literally just pay attention and be more compassionate to a lot of people. It's the beginning of the month. People just came out of the holiday. There's new energy going. So there might be divorce is happening, stuff is happening, right? Things are, deaths are happening. I mean, I don't even know how many funerals there is. There's so many things going on in people's lives. But now we're here, we're talking about business, we're talking about energy, and we're just all of us here, all 96 of us here, we're just learning to be of space to each other as we grow through this, right? Does that make sense, everyone? Even though leaders, and I'm saying this because we're leaders, we leading people, but every leader is still a human. Everybody still got the same problems, right? We still got family problems. We still got personal problems. We might not have as much financial problems, which solves a lot of problems, but then there's still problems, right? And as you grow bigger into yourself, as you get better into yourselves, and you're learning how to handle different problems, because my problems today are different than 4 years ago, right? My problems today are different than 3 years ago, 2 years ago. We're always going to have problems, but problems, again, when you get stronger, when you know how to handle that frequency, because you understand change and growth, you just got to go back to that basics, right? So, does anybody want to add on to that or talk about it? Because that's been on my mind this week. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff this week, and the pressures of now going to another market, everyone. I'm going to Korea. So, just a little thoughts on that. 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I was with another company called Life Vantage. Anybody heard of Life Vantage? Pro Tandem.
Yes, I'm on it.
You're on it, Carla. So
Not
I was
me, my husband.
your husband. So just to let you know, I joined that company in 2009. In 2012, I went to Hong Kong. I opened up that market for that company. I was the first Asian to go outside of that company, and I didn't know anyone. I just knew one person, and they dropped me off in Hong Kong. And then after 2 months, 60 days, I stayed through the entire Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I came back the New Year's Day. I rented a school, and all I did was presentations every day.
Wow.
We didn't use Zoom. We did not use website. There was no PPP 333, right? It was more like 300, 300, 300 every day, right? But without tools. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this is because 10 years ago, I never knew about LifeWave, and LifeWave wasn't around. I was with a company called LifeVantage. 10 years ago, when I went to Hong Kong, and 2 months later, do you know how many people joined our team when we launched? Over 10,000 Chinese.
Wow.
2 months later. 2 months later. And then when I came back from that company, it was game over. You were just branded. You know what branded means? Literally, you're just branded, okay? People knew Peter No as the Asian guy. And that's why Marcy always calls me the international man, because I was known that in my old company. I opened up the entire market for that company. Now, the moral of the story is this: when you start going out and you start building in other markets, cultures change, environments change, totally different language, totally different mindset, right? And then I was prepared in Hong Kong 10 years ago. And you know what they told me 10 years ago when I went there? They literally asked me, are you going to be like one of those Americans who just come in here and then just say a couple words and then leave and then think you can open up a market? I was like, no. What do you want me to do? They're like, why don't you just stay here and prove to us that you're actually with us and stay? Remember, I had no kids. I have no girlfriend at that time. I had nothing, right? So I stayed for 2 months. I had to literally spend 2 months and tens of thousands of dollars to earn their trust. Just earning trust. And then now today, 10 years later, I built multiple companies. We've built LifeWave to this level now. We already have trust. And now we're taking an entire organization. I am not going to Korea by myself, everyone. I'm going to Korea with a whole organization now. Team Evolve. So, what is the moral of the story? You don't know where you're going to be 10 years from today. You don't even know if you're going to open up another country or lead hundreds of thousands of people today. If you can all go to my Facebook, and if you click on my stories and you scroll down every picture for the last 10 years that I've posted on Facebook, you can see every one of my travels. You can see every one of my Hong Kong meeting pictures. You can see every one of my conventions. My Facebook is actually my resume. It's physically my resume that everything I've done in network marketing is posted on my Facebook. So when I'm now going into Korea, I wanted to share this. A lot of people say Koreans are fast. Asians are fast, right? They just sign people up and they just move. It's true. They just sign people up and it's like they move so fast they don't take care of their people because there's too many people to sign up. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
Bad. Bad. So now we're coming to Korea now, and I'm sharing this story because this is about branding now. We're going to go to Korea, Team Evolve, and we're going to bring the same mission, vision, mission, core values, and alliance, that message. And I'm creating that whole PowerPoint and the whole video when I get to Korea, and I'm going to retranslate that back into English, okay? I'm just telling everyone here, the way that we operate has to be worldwide. There are still people out there that don't want to do business the bad way. There are good people that want good, slow, methodical, get it, ways of how to take care of each other. And this is going to go into your lines. So around the world, in the next year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, when they say Team Evolve, I want the whole world to understand that Team Evolve is creating a culture that is going to revolutionize and change even the industry on how we operate. I like slow. I like taking care of people, developing them. And that can take time. But it's okay. Because if I know that Pat has her too, Destiny has her too, Krista has her too, David has her too, and then Terry has her too, and their two, and their two. If a lot of twos could be powerful, right? So what if 100,000 of us have our twos, right? That's good. Because again, I'd rather have 2 good people than 20 not good people. I'd rather develop and identify 2 people than babysit 200 people or 2,000 people. Okay, so again, we're sharing this in the beginning of the year. I'm just telling you exactly what we're going to do over there. And when I come back from Korea, I want each one of you to see then when I come back, we're going to have David Schmidt in Orlando. So I'm flying straight from Korea to Orlando, okay, to hang out with Dee, hang out with everybody in Florida. Now, what's going to happen in Orlando, everyone, when 1,000 people in Team Evolve, we're going to take videos, we're going to take pictures, it's going to be posted all over Destiny's Facebook, it's going to be everywhere, right? What's going to happen to Team Evolve after they see Korea and after they see David? And that's all happening in just February now. So do you see, everyone? Every month, whether you know it or not, each one of your energy is creating this ball, okay? And I'm preparing your mindset to feel, see, and look what real momentum feels like, what a real global team looks like, okay? And then from there, you can now elevate your mind and you can share that vision with other people you talk to. Does that make sense? This is called storytelling. We're teaching each other this year how to storytell and edify each other. Okay. But I want everyone to know the power of the Team Evolve, the branding. You are the brand. When you go out and talk to people and they see how you act, how you edify, how you talk about LifeWave, get it? How we talk about our team members, how we're so excited that Jan's a member, right? Carla's a member, how Eric joined. These are just storytelling stories. Okay. I want each one of you to start practicing that in February. Do we have a deal? So in February, we're going into the major branding now of our organization. Okay. You're going to see it and you're going to feel it. So does anybody want to add to that? Go ahead and unmute yourself, whatever you like. Who here understands the branding better now? Are you feeling it? Okay. Do you understand how powerful Team Evolve is as a brand? Okay. Now, go ahead, Jan.
I just wanted to say that I have come across some people in Topeka, Kansas, where I live, and in Kansas City who are not a part of Team Evolve. And I can just tell you definitively that what we have with Team Evolve, Peter, is a whole culture, an attitude, a mentality, a love for one another that I don't feel from people who are coming and asking. That's what I wanted to say.
I'm so glad you brought that up because you can totally feel and see and look at people, even at our convention, right, Jan? You can see who Team Evolve is and who's other teams. And that's just because, again, I believe this culture, this culture we have created is ingrained in us. It starts from Marcy and down. Okay, when I say Marcy down, it's just Marcy's both legs. We're all part of Marcy's both legs. Okay, so from Marcy down, I believe we have this umbrella, this shining. And that's because each day, every day, we hear from each other, Jan. Every day, everybody's seeing Facebook, Telegram, podcast, websites. Every day, you're being, I don't want to say programmed, but you're being surrounded by positive things that that you can feel. And now, that's why, like, even in the know, like these calls like this, I say stuff that because I want you to, I wish I knew this stuff when I was 10 years or 15 or 20 years building, because it would have saved me a lot of energy, heartache, because I've dealt with people that I should not have. I should have really, if I had a mentor or somebody teach me how to recognize behaviors, recognize things that we should not do, then I should have been at least protected and I could protect my team. So as we are all here, notice we can protect each other. We are protecting each other every day, actually, really every day, right? By protecting this environment, this culture. And I'm speaking on it now because if somebody watches this recording, everyone, you have to feel this. You have to understand the difference, okay? And that's why each one of you, as you're building your organizations, you're just part of another organization of another organization. We're all part of each other's generations, okay? Generations. So, anybody, let's go for like questions. Destiny, you have your hands up. You have anything you want to ask? I'm going to open up the next 20 minutes. Just what's on your mind, everyone? What do you want to talk about? Okay, so not Destiny, Terry. Oh, Destiny, are you muting?
Sorry, I was muted. It really is Team Evolve that has kept me in when I first started the business and I was in Arizona by myself, there was no teams meeting. I didn't have anybody, and I really wanted to build this business and I just didn't know how. So I was watching the video and I was praying about it, and I bumped into a guy that had a booth at a home show doing LifeWave, and he was in a whole nother team. And so I believe God sent him my way, and the guy let me work with him and got started. And then when I came here, of course, here in back in Galveston, there's a huge team, but I cannot, that is what's kept me going in the beginning. And now it's the people I've signed up. I would no way quit. They depend upon me. I keep them educated on the patches. I contact them. I send out the things about the sales because they trusted me when I sold them the product. And I feel like I owe them I just owe them the help to stay healthy.
And Destiny, thank you for sharing that also. I'm going to piggyback from you too. Because Destiny she's sharing that how we take care of our people, it's duplicating through her. If we were leaders and we're just constantly chasing titles, if we're just constantly chasing volume, and there are many, many people that build like this, everyone. We know that already. But that's why we're changing our whole culture, the way we take care of things, because we don't want that anymore. We don't want that. Okay. And do you know how you can differentiate this now, everyone? Okay. And that's why David Schmidt created the SPD global pools now. The only way you get to the global pool is you have to grow. So you can get to SPD, and then now you can develop more SPDs. Does that make sense? If you're not doing it properly with the system, I don't care if it takes you forever, but at least you're growing and duplicating it right. If you're doing it the old way, the old school way, then nothing will ever come out of that. And then there are big leaders that claim that they're the number one in the company. They claim that without them, there would be no LifeWave, la da 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 da. Okay, I hear it all. But then I have to look at who are their generations, and are they really developing other SPDs, or are they just saying that stuff? Does that make sense, everyone? We know that, okay? I'm telling you, each one of you, I'd rather be with the Sean Zook, okay, with the Kathleen, with the Sheila, with with all our favorite people that start in the beginning, that are slowly growing, but they're growing through their own worth, right? Like Corrine, right? She hit presidential director. Everybody here, like Jan, like our own Jan Rand, right? Guys, everybody has to learn, but once you get to that level, then the next level, once you reach your 1.0 to 2.0, you got to go back to 1.0. You're starting over again. And then now you're redeveloping at a different frequency, at a different higher rate. Okay. But what I'm meaning is the core. The core is always the same here. And we all know that core. Okay. And we never should change. We can never change that. So we have a lot of hands up. I'm going to go to Terry Burry.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, Terry.
My question is, I've got a friend that was from the US and is a military wife in Korea, and she was involved in other little like makeup companies and things like that here, and she's got several children too. Now they just got back from traveling. I think her husband is part Korean, and they're in the Air Force, but they may have relatives there or friends, or she'll have other military wives or friends that may want to do this or need the LifeWave. So my question is, how do we do that? We enroll her, and then she would enroll, and then how do those stay once somebody's ready to move away? Is it, do they have to change things, or do we just do the same thing and click on her country, even though she doesn't speak Korean? But what to do with that, an American who might be over there?
Where do they live, Terry? Where do they live?
She's on one of the bases in Seoul. She's in Seoul.
Okay, so let's have another conversation because to enroll people in Korea, there's a couple steps, okay? And there's a lot of, I just found out if you're a teacher and you work for the government, you cannot enroll.
Okay. Okay.
Think
Well,
about that.
well, she doesn't do anything, but she's connected to her husband who's with,
So then her
government
husband
military.
not be able to, he might
Okay.
not be able to enroll. So
Okay,
call
but
me.
what about,
But
or if they
that's
referred,
military. That's
Military.
right, but
military.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I
if
know,
that's-
well, maybe you could find out.
They
So-
may be able, yeah.
So
Or she would be able to refer her Korean friends or relatives too,
So
and
do
would
this,
that count for her? So those are my questions.
text me and then I'll connect you to our Korean person and then they can help. Text me and I'll connect you. So
Okay,
everybody,
thank you.
Korea is a little different, okay, as far as enrolling. I'm gonna find out more as I get over there. And if Beamy, everybody's on here, I'll give you all my schedules, okay? I'll give you my hotel unit and the day I rented the corporate office for 2 days, February 16th and 17th. So if you do have someone in Korea, I'm making a flyer. You can give that to them and then you can Facebook me, okay? Facebook Messenger me if you have someone and then get them out there on those dates, okay? That's it. I have my hotel suite. You can tell me exactly. I'll give you the address. I'll tell you when I'm there. And then if you ever need me, again, Facebook Messenger me, okay? And then I'll find out all the ways to enroll. What's the guidelines over there? It is a little bit more strict over there in Korea than in other countries, but I just don't know the rules yet. My Korean team is just handling the Koreans over there. Okay, I don't have to do much. I don't have to do much. I just have to show up in a sense. So, Darren, what's your question or tip?
Oh, thank you so much. How do we protect? I have a couple of things I wrote down here. How do we protect ourselves and see the behaviors of others that we should, avoid or be a part of? Things that we need to clean up out of our lives. The concept of my brother shared with me, as some successful person shared with him, is like, I don't work with victims. I work with people that a victim mentality, like they want to work with people that are energetic, like I feel the passion of everyone on this call. And how do I hone my energy into and not get distracted when I'm talking with people? So I'm focusing on the important things that I need to focus on versus spending more time talking to somebody on the phone than I should, when I realize that how do I not prejudge somebody before talking to them?
Are you brand new here with us, Darren?
Yeah, I just showed up. Yes, I've been using the product for about a year. I absolutely love it.
Have you been on our training calls or are you just
This is
plugging
the
in?
first time I've been with you.
All right, everyone, let's give Darren a nice warm of applause. He's our brand new guy in the gym. Okay. So a lot of these questions, Darren, it's going to take you some time, okay? Because you're brand new in the gym. I don't want to overwhelm you, but as you hang out with us more here, as you watch more videos with us, training videos, you're going to pick up all this stuff. Does that make sense? But
Yeah.
you're brand new here. That's going to take you like hours of answers, okay, to get to answer all your questions. But to answer really quick though, you're in the right place. You're asking the right questions. It shows that you're very interested to develop yourself, right? And you want to learn more about this industry. Just plug into this whole community. As you can see here, everybody here is very welcoming. Yeah, we're very open-minded. And I want you to just, as we move forward in the industry, and I assume, have you been in network marketing before?
I'm 34. I was introduced to in-network marketing when I was like 8 or something. So I've been in and out of network marketing for years. I've never really made a lot of money in it. But
were your parents in it? Were your parents in it?
Yes, they are, and they're also in LifeWave as well. They're actually the ones that finally gave me the nudge, because I manage a family business. I've remodeled 16 apartments in the last 2 years. I'm very busy in business outside in the world, you know, and I just love connecting with people. I'm committed to self-empowerment and connection. I learned that in a very early age. And this is a passion of mine to see all these wonderful faces and all the smiles and to hear your mission of your message of evolve of Team Evolve. I hear the energy behind it. You want to share a new way of being in the world with people, not from the lack and like, oh, let's make the most money in the world. It's like, I've retired my wife. I'm here because I love the product. I love being with people. And anyway,
Wow.
I can go on, but your message is strong, and I can see this is what we need in the world. Is we
Mhm.
need. I want to see young people in the world. I see. I don't know. I don't see young faces in the call today. Sorry,
You
I
might
see a
be,
lot of young-looking people. But I don't have any age just at all. My wife's 70. Well, she will be 70 this year. I don't see age as a thing. Anyway, I'll be
okay.
quiet here. I'll be quiet.
So Darren, we appreciate your energy, the same energy that you're bringing here. And I'm sure because you're already successful in what you do, you take that and now you're applying that to the people business, like really, truly individuals. So just think of yourself as a Tony Robbins, right? In a way, but then now you're learning how to identify and develop people. Okay. It's very, very different here. And I'm glad you're picking up the energy from all of us because this is how we train and this is how we train. This is how we talk pretty much. So, guys, you see how impactful and inspiring this is? You see how one person that's brand new here just comes into a call like this and he can already pick up everything that we're doing? And you're only going to get better, okay, Darren? So we'll touch base. Awesome to meet you. Hamakai, and then, who's that?
Aloha, Peter. First off, I just want to say how incredibly grateful I am that you're doing these calls. And I learn a lot from all the different things that I tune into. And I just always feel super fed by your call. So I'm I hope you keep it up when you're in Korea. And I just wanted to appreciate that. And also Darren, I just wanted to let you know that I have a mini brand partner in my house. She's an amazingly smart, intelligent, grown-up 10-year-old, but she wants to watch all the calls. She wants to listen. I'll be listening to a podcast and I'll put on my earbuds and she'll say, no, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. So, and she's always like, we're at the supermarket and she says, oh, give her a card, give her a card. And she's finding people. She's just amazing. Anyway, I can hardly wait until she's old enough to actually be a brand partner, and she's gonna take me through the roof. My
Wow,
question,
you're
my
starting
question,
her off, which is
I'm
good.
sorry, go ahead.
I say you're starting her off young, which is
Yeah.
good.
I didn't even do that. She chooses each time, so it's her
I love it.
choice, and she just wants to do it. She's had her own personal amazing experiences with the LifeWave patches, so she already has a testimony. It's pretty great. My
So,
question is, and this is like a silly question, and I should know this by now, but I don't. I really don't understand what, where'd it go? Oh, PV, LV, RV, and BV mean. What do they mean?
okay, really, really simple. Okay, everyone. Remember, I always say Pamakai, people equates to packages, and packages equates to points.
Points. Yeah.
So every package, every time a sleeve, okay, Pamakai,
Uh-huh.
whether it's an Eon or an X39, that's getting purchased through a monthly subscription, it would add points. So points BV stands for business volume, everyone, business volume. Business volume comes from everybody's volume outside of yours, because your volume is called PV, personal volume.
Oh, well, thank you.
So whatever you buy personally, it's considered personal volume.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
So every time when you sign up someone, that's called business volume. Every month when somebody buys a monthly subscription, whether it's a maintenance pack or an auto ship, that is called business volume. And every time when it's a business volume, it gets added to your legs, to your left leg or your right leg, wherever they are. Every time when you purchase something, that's called personal volume. That gets added to your PV. So Pamakai, when you see left RV, that stands for, sorry, when you say, when it shows, hold on, let me
Oh. Oh, I think I got it.
yeah, you got it. You really, when it says
Left
period.
volume, right volume. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's, when it says period, the period stands for this week. From Monday through Sunday, everyone. So that's called a period. So you have a period LV, left volume. You have a period RV, right volume. And then on the bottom, it says total volume. The total stands for whatever didn't get cycled out this week, Pamakai,
Mhm.
it carries over. So on the total LV or total RV, only one leg can be bigger than the other. It will never be matched, okay, everyone? Because if it was matched 660 and 330, then you're already cycled out. It will always be, one leg will always be the bigger leg than the other, for sure. It's either your left or your right. Doesn't matter, okay? So was that more clear, Pamakai?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And then everyone, I want to repeat this before we go to the next. When you enroll a preferred customer,
Mm.
a customer, everyone, is not a distributor, okay? A brand partner. Everybody, when they enroll as a retail customer or a preferred customer, a retail customer is someone that orders one time, full price, $150 plus tax and shipping for 1X39. You earn $50, the full $50, and you earn 77 PV, personal volume, right? Now, preferred customer is someone that orders every month, right? Pamakai, every month, and they're ordering it at a wholesale cost at $99.
Yeah.
And then from that $99, you earn 20%. You earn $20 towards, that's your commission every month from a customer.
Okay.
And then you also get 43 PV. Why is the PV lower than the other? Pamakai, do you know why? Because the company actually paid you $20 in commission. So when they paid you a commission, they cannot give you 77 PV anymore. They have to lower it.
Okay.
Does that make sense, everyone? So that's a lot of detail,
Mhm.
but I'm saying it for the advanced people here, okay? Destiny, you have a question on that one? Go ahead, unmute yourself.
Sorry, I wasn't ready. I have a question. Like, you know how it shows us your rank achievement? And I didn't get a satisfied answer when I called corporate because I'm a manager, and then it says paid as a rank, no rank. And I called them and I'm like, I got 5 silvers on my left, I got 3 on my right, and everybody's ordering, and because and he was like, oh, it's just a floating thing, it's just a floating thing.
It could be a floating thing, but every time when you log in your back office, do you see the same thing or does it change?
No, I see the same thing.
Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't you text me your username and password? Let me
Okay.
look at it, because if you're everyone, if you're a manager, if you're a director, a senior director, that's called lifetime. Once you hit it, you hit it. But that does not mean you're qualified as a manager this week, or you're qualified as a director this week. To be qualified for this week, you have to have those qualifications starting on Monday already. And if it doesn't happen on a Monday, it's the moment, anytime that day. For example, if you're a manager, you need 2 left, 2 right active, correct? On the silver and above. Silver and above, okay, everyone? Make sure, not bronze.
Right.
Now, when you have 4 active and all of a sudden Monday, Destiny, one of them falls off, that means you're not a manager for until that one of them comes back that week. Get it? So I just gonna go into your account and I'm just gonna look at these people, who's qualified and what are they qualified on. If they doesn't say that you're a manager, and even if you are, then you might have some IT issues on your back office, yours only.
Well, he said that, well, he said on Wednesday, they get their monthly goes out. And then it'll show.
Got it. So again, now you just answer your question. You're not a manager until that one auto ship goes out, and then boom, on Wednesday, you're a manager.
Does that affect your pay?
No,
Okay.
no, because everyone, you get paid on the fly, real time. So Destiny, you get paid real time. So for example, on Tuesday, you're not a manager, but what if you cycled so much money already beyond that $100, but you're not a manager? But then on Wednesday, you're a manager, whatever they owe you, boom, it'll show up on Wednesday because you're a manager now. Does that make sense, everyone? So
Okay.
don't ever worry about, am I not getting paid my thing? That you and I, we're not that smart. The computer is smarter. It will figure out for us. I cannot calculate every 330 and every 660. That's not our job, okay, everyone? I can do the calculation by looking at your period LV and your period RV. I can tell exactly how much you cycled, and I can calculate that for you. That will be easy. But you don't need to do the calculation. So Destiny, don't worry about where you're at on a Monday, everyone. Worry about where you're at on a Saturday.
Okay.
Okay? And you're constantly a yo-yo. Manager, director, non-manager, director, manager, director. Everyone, if you're a manager and director and a senior director, don't worry about it, because that's all you're going to be a yo-yo for a long time until what, everyone? Until what? You develop your 2 key
Until your team is solid.
solid, until your 2 are solid. If your 2 are not solid, what happens, Heather?
You're a yo-yo.
Okay, everyone, always know that. And it's okay to be a yo-yo, because unless you have like thousands and thousands of volume coming on both legs, you're not missing out any money. And even if you don't cash it out this week, you're still going to get paid that next week, okay? So just always know that, okay? Corrine, are you there with us, Corrine? Or did you drop off? I think Corrine dropped off. Okay.
Barb's here.
What?
I'm here, Peter, but I gotta go. I'll
Okay,
ask my question. I'll ask my question next week.
okay.
But
We'll see you
but
next week.
awesome. I just love your trainings. It's just the best. I love it.
I love you. Bye. Everybody
Thank
sit.
you.
All right, Beth Ann. Beth Ann, you're next.
Thank you. You mentioned something about the global pool.
Yes.
I was trying to research and find more information about the global pool. Is it being paid now? Is it somewhere written?
Yeah.
What's going on with how it works?
Do you know where to
What?
find the global pool?
No.
Okay, so can you see this? Beth Ann?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you missions, you click on leadership pool,
Commissions.
commissions. Then This is where the magic happens right here. It'll tell you exactly how many, if you're qualified or not. Okay, week by week, it tells you how many people how many people are growing in your organizations that are your personals. So you know, I have 6 personals here. And then you get paid when you grow, you get paid when you help your team grow. And it's a week by week by week by week by week by week by week process.
What's the base qualification?
Is it, yeah, I don't understand the base qualification or where it's written.
Oh, it's probably some, I'll find it for you. I don't, yeah, just know that you have to be paid every week. You have to be qualified as a SPD for 3 months.
Okay, 3 months as SPD.
3 months. You have to be physically 200,000 points every week for 3 months. So everyone, again, when you become an SPD, that's one thing. Maintaining it and growing the SPD is another. So once you hit SPD, you graduated. You graduated, okay, Beth Ann? You done it. Now you're gonna go into university now. Now you're gonna start developing, solidifying yourself, because 200,000 points is not that much. You're gonna get into the bigger volume now, and that will maintain you now. Okay.
Thank you. Then the next question I have, I don't know if we need to do it on another call. We have a fellow that we work with here in Maui. His name is Ben, and he is Filipino. And I'd
Okay.
like to approach him, but I don't feel like I know how, what to say. You know, it might take more of a conversation to figure out a strategy and what you would know, what you would tell us.
Pete, Beth Ann, everyone. I don't care if they're Japanese, Mexican, and every other nationality. Beth Ann, ask them the simple questions. How did you know him anyways? Where did you meet him? How do you connect with him?
He works, he's the head of all of the people that do all of the landscaping here where we live. So he's very trustworthy, and he's in a good position. And we even hired him to take care of our car when we left it here for 7-8 months. He took care of our car for us, drove
What's
it
his name?
around. Ben.
Hey, Ben, you still have family in the Philippines? Are you supporting them?
Mm.
If you are, my company is in the Philippines. Can I show you a new way, maybe another opportunity outside what you're doing, to maybe if you want to be able to help your family? I can show you international business.
Yeah, he's got kids in college. His wife, they work really hard.
Okay, everyone, but Beth Ann, I'm going to use you as an example.
Okay.
Everyone, peaking is always peaking. It's the same. But because you peak enough, Beth Ann, you're going to get very creative on how to break the ice. So if I know they're Filipino, hey, Ben, you still have family in the Philippines? If I know that they're Chinese, hey, Lisa, you still have family in China? Hey, are you still into your health, Beth Ann? Hey, Ben, are you into health? Hey, Ben, you work so much. I can always see you running around. Where you get your energy from? What's your secret? Are you still into health? Oh, yeah, Beth Ann, you know, I like my health. I have to take care of myself. Da, da, da. Hey, great, Ben. What have you heard about stem cells? What have you heard about technology and stem cells? Again, everyone, I'm just teaching you. It doesn't matter who they are. You just got to ask questions. Peek, peek, peek. Just make it up. Have fun with this. And what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid and don't think about strategies, Beth Ann, on how to talk to people. Just talk. Get it? Because the
That
more you
sounded a little more like you went forward to business with him because you knew we had a working relationship with him.
correct. Hey, you know, Ben,
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
watching you all these years. You're so good. You're so trustworthy. What have you heard about
Yeah.
network marketing?
Yeah.
What have you heard about?
That's good.
You know what I mean? Like compliment. So maybe everyone, I can give you this advice. Even if you don't know the person, compliment something and then ask them what they do. Hey, Krista,
Okay.
that's some beautiful hair you have. Are you a hairstylist? Get it?
Very good. Very good.
Yo, man, you look fit. Are you a bodybuilder? See everyone? Hey, Yvonne, you look like you run a lot. Are you a runner? How's your knees? Right? Carla, you look like a tennis player. How's your elbows? Yeah. Heidi, you look like a model. What do you use for your skin? Everyone, mix shit up. Peak, peak, peak. Right? Darren, you look so young. What's your secret? I just make sure I talk to strangers. I just make stuff up, everyone, when I talk to them. Oh my God, that's nice. And then girls think that I'm picking up on them, but I'm not. I'm just making stuff up. I'm just practicing, right? So, all
Thank
right.
you, Peter.
Spirit Hawk, you're our last one. Spirit Hawk, what's your question?
Hi. First of all, I just want to say I always love your delivery when it comes to the comp plan and the business. You are the person that creates so much understanding for me, and I appreciate it so much. I want to go back to when you were talking about problems. We all get stressed from time to time. One thing that helps me is to watch my self-talk. And if I find myself saying the word problem, I change it to situation, because just as what you just dealt with and helping, I forget who it was, Destiny, maybe, about getting paid, a solution came about in understanding just in that little bit of communication. But I also want to ask you if you would talk about rolling volume.
Rolling volume, meaning the volume that gets carried over week by week by week.
Okay, and does that carry over into the next month?
It carries on forever until your other side cashes it out. Catch up.
Okay.
So
cool.
for example,
I
want to give examples also, everyone. So for example, everyone, if you have 5,000 points on your left leg, 5,000, and then on your right leg, you don't have 0, right? Every time when 330 points come in your right leg, it will subtract 60 from the other. So if you have a rolling left leg, Spirit Hawk, and every week, if you don't see volume coming from the right leg, that 5,000 would just carry over constantly until it just gets subtracted from volume coming in from the right leg.
Oh, thank you so much. I've wondered about that for a long time. Thank you a lot, and I hope you have a great trip. Will we get to hear from you every once in a while?
So this is what I'm planning to do, everyone. I don't want to give up my in the know. So I want to do my in the knows in Korea. I have to see about my beauty podcast. I'm going to talk to Marcy about it because I don't want to stress on finding testimonials while I'm on a business trip. So
Sure.
I will not be on the beauty call, but in the know, wherever I am, I want to do it because I want to take you all with me. I want to show you Korea, okay, when I'm there. So I want to have guests. I'll probably have Koreans coming on next week on this call, and then you can hear. I want you all to see what I see. Even this year, I'm gonna do something else. So this is called In the Know with Peter Know. I'm gonna create a On the Go with Peter Know. So when I travel, I want to take you all with me. I want to physically talk to people all around the world. I want to physically do 333s, PPPs, and I want you to see them. I want you to meet them yourself, right? I want you to experience this. And that's another beauty thing about technology. And that's another beautiful thing about our culture, because the last thing I'll leave with, and Darren, you're going to appreciate this, you know, in the real estate world, right, Darren, it is huge competition, right? You're in competition with every agent, every broker, every construction, every developer, every contractor. Everything is competition. In our world, We have to help each other. There is no competition. We're not competing against each other. We're competing against ourselves to become better. And the more better we become, everybody else around us will benefit from that better. So just imagine 100 of us every week, Darren, getting better, sharing information. And then imagine thousands of us every day sharing information. This is why this community is so good, okay, everyone? So today we covered a lot of things. I know, did we learn something again today? Good, okay. Next week, again, I'll be in Korea. I'm taking off tomorrow. So tonight I'll be doing my beauty call. So this will be my last call for the beauty probably, and Marcia will probably take over, but our In the Know will still be going, okay? So let's have fun. Love you all. Enjoy. And everyone, if you need to reach me, find me on Facebook, okay? If you don't have a Facebook, download Facebook and Facebook Messenger. Why? Because it's easier for me to connect on one thing instead of WhatsApp, Kakao, Telegram, It's just too many phone calls, okay? You can't handle it. Too many phones. I only want to use one thing. So everyone, I love you. It's been good. Hope I don't come back with a Korean wife or something like that, or a Korean haircut, okay? I'll make sure I protect. I'm gonna be very clear. So, but we're gonna have some
No geisha girls, no geisha girls.
nothing, okay? We're gonna have fun. But when I come back, I know my mindset. I'm gonna see totally different things. So I'm gonna bring back and share that vision with each one of you. And I know my mind will be already evolved coming back, and I'm gonna pass it on to you. Okay, so I'll see you all tonight. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Put a patent on the hair.
Travel.
Bye, Peter. Have us.
Mahalo.
Safe
Great call,
travel.
Peter. Thank you.